Are you ready for something huge? Listen up, because I've got news that's going to shake things up. The next full moon isn't just any ordinary moon. It's a game changer, especially for those of you who are meant for something special. That's right. I'm talking about the chosen ones among us. This full moon is bringing massive changes, and if you're one of the chosen, you need to know what's coming. Now, you might be wondering, what's the big deal about this full moon? Well, let me tell you, it's not just about pretty lights in the sky. This full moon is like a supercharged boost for your spirit. It's got the power to turn your world upside down, in the best way possible. We're talking about the kind of changes that can transform your life overnight. But here's the catch. These changes are specifically for the chosen ones. Are you one of them? By the end of this, you'll know for sure. This isn't just some random event. The universe has been planning this for a long time. Everything is lining up perfectly to create a moment of incredible spiritual power. And if you're ready for it, this full moon could be the key to unlocking a whole new you. We're talking about a true spiritual awakening, the real deal. So buckle up, because we're about to dive deep into what this means for you and how you can make the most of this amazing opportunity. Let's get one thing straight. Being a chosen one doesn't mean you're better than anyone else. It just means you're at a special point in your spiritual journey. So, who exactly are these chosen ones? Well, they're people just like you and me, but with a twist. They're the ones who feel like there's something more to life, something bigger than what we see every day. If you've ever felt like you don't quite fit in, like you're seeing the world differently from everyone else, you might just be one of the chosen. Chosen ones are often the people who feel things more deeply than others. You might be extra sensitive to the emotions of people around you, or you might find yourself drawn to spiritual ideas and practices. Maybe you've always felt a strong connection to nature, or you find yourself thinking about the big questions in life more often than others. These are all signs that you might be on a special spiritual path. Here's the exciting part. Many of you watching right now might be chosen ones without even knowing it. You don't need special powers or a fancy title. Being a chosen one is all about being open to growth and change. It's about being willing to look at the world and yourself in a new way. If you're feeling drawn to this message, if something inside you is saying, this is important, then guess what? You might just be one of the chosen ones we're talking about. Now, let's talk about what makes this full moon so special. We all know that full moons can be powerful times. They've been celebrated and respected by cultures all around the world for thousands of years. But this full moon? It's on a whole other level. The energy of this moon is supercharged, like it's been pumped up with spiritual steroids. It's not just bright in the sky. It's bright with potential for massive change. This full moon is happening at a very special time of the year. It's like all the cosmic forces have decided to line up just right to create a perfect moment for transformation. Imagine it like this. Usually, the universe gives us little nudges to grow and change. But with this full moon, it's not a nudge. It's more like a big, loving push towards becoming our best selves. The timing is just right for big shifts in our lives and in our spirits. The universe is literally lining up to help chosen ones grow. It's like the stars, the planets, and all the energy in the cosmos have come together to create a special moment just for you. This full moon is like a spotlight shining down on all the chosen ones, giving them extra power to make changes and grow. If you've been feeling stuck or like you're waiting for something, this full moon might be the key to unlocking your next big step. But here's the thing. This special energy isn't going to last forever. It's a window of opportunity, a chance to jumpstart your spiritual growth. The universe is offering a helping hand, but it's up to you to take it. This full moon is like a cosmic alarm clock, waking up the chosen ones and saying, it's time. Your moment is here. Think about it like this. Have you ever felt like you were on the edge of something big, but you just needed a little push to get there? That's what this full moon is offering. It's that push, that extra bit of energy and courage you need to take a leap into a new phase of your life. For chosen ones, this isn't just any full moon. It's a gateway to a whole new level of spiritual awareness. Now, you might be wondering, how do I know if this applies to me? Well, that's where things get really interesting. The energy of this full moon is so strong that if you're meant to be part of this change, you'll feel it. You might notice strange coincidences happening more often. You might find yourself thinking about your life and your purpose more than usual. You might even start having vivid dreams or sudden insights about your path. This full moon is like a magnet for spiritual energy, and if you're one of the chosen ones, you'll feel drawn to it. It's like the moon is calling out to something deep inside you, waking up parts of yourself that you might not even know existed. This isn't about logic or reason. It's about feeling and intuition. If you feel a pull towards this message, if something inside you is saying this is important, then listen to that voice. It's your spirit recognizing a major opportunity for growth. But let's be clear, this isn't about sitting back and waiting for magic to happen. The full moon is providing the energy, but it's up to you to use it. Think of it like this. The moon is giving you a supercharged battery, but you need to plug it in and turn on the switch. This is a time for action, for making decisions, and for being brave enough to step into a new version of yourself. For chosen ones, this full moon is like a spiritual spotlight. It's illuminating the path ahead, showing you possibilities you might not have seen before. It's bringing hidden truths to the surface and clearing away the fog that might have been clouding your vision. This is a time of clarity, of seeing yourself and your life in a new light. But with great power comes great responsibility. This full moon isn't just about feeling good or having interesting experiences. It's about making real, lasting changes in your life. It's about aligning yourself more closely with your true purpose. For chosen ones, this could mean big shifts in relationships, career, or personal beliefs. It might be a bit scary, but remember, these changes are all part of your growth. The energy of this full moon is also about balance. While it's pushing for big changes, it's also helping you find a new equilibrium. It's about shedding old patterns and beliefs that no longer serve you and embracing new ways of being that are more in line with your true self. This could mean letting go of relationships that hold you back or finally pursuing that dream you've been putting off. Here's another important thing to understand about this special full moon. It's not just affecting you individually. It's creating a ripple effect in the world around you. As chosen ones awaken and step into their power, they start to influence others. You might find yourself naturally inspiring people around you or attracting others who are on a similar path. This full moon is like the start of a spiritual domino effect, and you could be one of the first pieces to fall into place. Now, you might be thinking, this all sounds great, but what if I'm not ready for such big changes? That's a totally normal feeling. Change, even positive change, can be scary. But here's the beautiful thing about this full moon energy. It meets you where you are. If you're ready for massive shifts, it'll support that. If you need gentler changes, it'll provide that too. The key is to be open and willing to grow. This full moon is also about trust. It's asking you to trust in the process of your own growth. It's inviting you to have faith in your journey, even if you can't see the whole path ahead. For chosen ones, this might mean taking leaps of faith, trying new things, or speaking your truth even when it's scary. The energy of this moon is supporting you, giving you the courage to take those steps. Think of this full moon as a spiritual amplifier. Whatever intentions you set, whatever changes you want to make, the moon's energy will boost them. That's why it's so important to be clear about what you want. This is a time for setting powerful intentions, for dreaming big, and for believing in the possibility of major positive changes in your life. But remember, with great power comes great responsibility. This full moon isn't just about getting what you want. It's about aligning with your highest good and the highest good of all. It's about making changes that not only benefit you but also contribute positively to the world around you. Chosen ones are being called to step up, to become leaders and way showers for a new way of living. As we move closer to this powerful full moon, you might start noticing signs and synchronicities popping up in your life. Maybe you'll keep seeing certain numbers, or animals will show up in meaningful ways. You might have sudden flashes of insight or intuition. Pay attention to these signs. They're like little nudges from the universe, guiding you towards your path. This full moon is also about healing. It's bringing light to shadow areas, helping you face and integrate parts of yourself you might have been avoiding. For chosen ones, This could mean confronting old fears or limiting beliefs. It might be uncomfortable at times, but remember, this healing is part of your growth. The moon's energy is supporting you, giving you the strength to face these challenges and come out stronger on the other side. One of the most exciting aspects of this full moon for chosen ones is the potential for sudden breakthroughs. You might have moments of clarity where everything suddenly makes sense. You might find solutions to problems that have been bothering you for a long time. You might even discover new talents or abilities you didn't know you had. This moon is like a key unlocking doors in your mind and spirit. But here's an important thing to remember. While this full moon is incredibly powerful, it's not a one-time event. It's more like the start of a new chapter in your spiritual journey. The changes and growth that begin now will continue to unfold in the weeks and months to come. This full moon is setting the stage for a whole new phase of your life. For chosen ones, this full moon is also about community. You might find yourself drawn to like-minded people, or you might feel called to share your experiences with others. This is a time of coming together, of recognizing that while each of us has our own unique path, we're all connected in this journey of growth and awakening. As we get closer to this powerful full moon, it's important to start preparing yourself. This isn't about doing anything complicated. It's about opening yourself up to the possibility of change. Spend some time in quiet reflection. Think about what you want to release from your life and what you want to invite in. Listen to your intuition. It'll be speaking louder than ever during this time. Remember, being a chosen one doesn't mean your life will suddenly become perfect or easy. It means you're being called to grow, to face challenges, and to become the best version of yourself. This full moon is offering you the energy and support to do that, but the work still needs to be done by you. As we wrap up this section, I want you to take a moment to check in with yourself. How are you feeling? Excited? Nervous? A mix of both? Whatever you're feeling, know that it's okay. Big changes can bring up all sorts of emotions. The key is to stay open, to trust the process, and to be gentle with yourself as you navigate this powerful time. In the next section, we'll dive deeper into the specific signs that show you're ready for these big changes. We'll explore how to recognize the universe's signals and how to prepare yourself for the transformative energy of this full moon. So stay tuned, because the journey is just beginning, and for chosen ones like you, the best is yet to come. Have you been feeling different lately? Like something big is about to happen, but you can't quite put your finger on it? Well, that's your first clue that you might be ready for the changes this full moon is bringing. Let's talk about some of the signs that show you're on the brink of something amazing. First up, let's talk about that feeling of restlessness. You know, when you can't seem to sit still, when you feel like you're waiting for something, but you don't know what. It's like an itch you can't scratch. This restlessness isn't just random. It's your spirit getting ready for something big. It's like your soul is doing stretches, warming up for a big race. If you've been feeling this way, pay attention. It's a clear sign that you're ready for change. Now, let's talk about dreams. Have you been having weird dreams lately? Maybe they're extra vivid, or they stick with you long after you wake up. These aren't just random brain firings. When big changes are coming, our dreams often get louder, trying to tell us something. Maybe you're dreaming about flying, or about being in a place you've never seen before. These dreams are like messages from your deeper self, getting you ready for what's coming. Here's another big sign: numbers. Have you been seeing certain numbers everywhere? Maybe you keep glancing at the clock at 11:11, or you see 333 on license plates all the time. This isn't just coincidence. It's like the universe is trying to get your attention, sending you little winks and nods. These numbers are like cosmic thumbs-ups, telling you you're on the right track. But it's not just about what you see outside. It's also about what you feel inside. Have you been more sensitive lately? Maybe you're picking up on other people's emotions more than usual, or you're feeling extra connected to nature. This increased sensitivity is another sign that you're tuning into a higher frequency, getting ready for big spiritual changes. Another thing to pay attention to is your thoughts. Have you been thinking more about your life purpose lately? Maybe you're questioning things you used to take for granted, or you're feeling drawn to new ideas and concepts. This mental shift is a big sign that you're ready for change. It's like your mind is making space for new understandings and insights. Physical signs can show up too. Maybe you're feeling more energetic than usual, or maybe you're extra tired. You might notice changes in your appetite or sleep patterns. Your body is getting ready for this spiritual shift, and sometimes that means it needs to adjust. Don't worry if you're feeling a bit off. It's all part of the process. Here's a big one. Synchronicities. These are those amazing coincidences that feel like more than just chance. Maybe you think of an old friend and they call you 5 minutes later. Or you randomly open a book to exactly the page you needed to read. These synchronicities are like little nods from the universe, showing you that you're in flow with something bigger than yourself. Now, I want you to think about how you've been feeling this week. Have any of these signs been showing up for you? Maybe you've been experiencing all of them, or just one or two. Either way, if you're noticing these things, it's a pretty good bet that you're ready for the changes this full moon is bringing. You're tuned in, you're aware, and you're ready to grow. Remember, everyone experiences these signs differently. You might have your own unique ways of knowing that change is coming. Trust your gut. If you feel like something big is on the horizon, you're probably right. The universe speaks to each of us in our own language. Your job is to listen and trust what you're hearing. Okay, so we've talked about the signs that show you're ready for change. Now, let's dive into what kind of changes you might expect. Remember, everyone's journey is unique, but there are some common themes that often come up during times of big spiritual shifts like this full moon. First, let's talk about changes in your thoughts. You might find yourself thinking in completely new ways. Ideas that never made sense before might suddenly click into place. It's like your mind is expanding, making room for new understandings. You might start seeing connections between things you never noticed before. This shift in thinking can be really exciting, but it can also be a bit overwhelming. Don't worry, it's all part of the growth process. Now, let's talk about feelings. Big spiritual changes often come with big emotional shifts. You might find yourself feeling things more intensely than before. Happy moments might feel ecstatic, sad moments might feel deeper. You might also find yourself becoming more empathetic, really tuning into how others are feeling. This emotional opening up can be beautiful, but it can also be challenging. Remember to be gentle with yourself as you navigate these new emotional waters. Changes in your life circumstances are also common during times like this. Old friendships might start to fade away, while new ones suddenly blossom. This isn't because anything's wrong. It's just that you're vibrating at a different frequency now, and you're naturally attracting people who match your new energy. The same thing might happen with your job or your living situation. New opportunities might pop up out of nowhere, inviting you to step into a new chapter of your life. Your interests and passions might shift too. Things you used to love might not excite you anymore, while you might suddenly find yourself drawn to new hobbies or subjects. Maybe you'll feel a pull towards meditation or yoga. Or maybe you'll suddenly want to learn about quantum physics or ancient history. Follow these new interests. They're guiding you towards your new path. Here's a big one. Your perception of reality might change. You might start noticing the magic in everyday moments. Synchronicities might become more common. You might feel more connected to nature, or you might start sensing energies you never noticed before. It's like you're seeing the world through new eyes, noticing the beauty and interconnectedness of everything around you. Your relationships might go through changes too. You might find yourself setting healthier boundaries or speaking your truth more clearly. Some relationships might deepen, becoming more authentic and meaningful. Others might naturally drift apart. This is all okay. It's part of aligning yourself with your highest good. You might also notice changes in your physical body. Some people experience a surge of energy during spiritual awakenings. Others might feel tired as their body adjusts to the new energies. You might find yourself craving healthier foods or feeling drawn to new forms of exercise. Listen to your body. It knows what it needs to support you through this transition. Your sense of purpose might shift too. You might feel called to help others in new ways or to create something meaningful. This sense of purpose might come with a feeling of urgency, like you have important work to do. Trust this feeling. It's your spirit guiding you towards your true path. Now, I know all this change might sound a bit scary, and it's true. Change can be challenging, but here's the thing. These changes are all for your growth. They're moving you towards becoming the best version of yourself. It's like the universe is rearranging things in your life to help you step into your true power. Remember, change doesn't happen all at once. Some of these shifts might happen quickly, while others might unfold slowly over time. Be patient with yourself. Trust the process. Every step, even the ones that feel difficult, is leading you towards something beautiful. Now that we've talked about the changes that might be coming, let's dive into how you can prepare for this powerful full moon. Getting ready isn't about doing anything complicated. It's about creating space in your life for these new energies to come in. First things first, let's talk about cleaning your space. I'm not just talking about dusting and vacuuming, although that's good too. I'm talking about energetic cleaning. Go through your home and get rid of things you don't need anymore. Donate clothes you don't wear, clear out old papers, let go of objects that don't bring you joy. This physical decluttering is like making space in your life for new energies to flow in. Meditation is another powerful way to prepare. Now, don't worry if you're not an experienced meditator. This isn't about sitting in perfect silence for hours. Even just taking a few minutes each day to sit quietly and breathe can make a big difference. It's about calming your mind and opening yourself up to receive guidance. If you're new to meditation, try starting with just 5 minutes a day. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. If your mind wanders, that's okay. Just gently bring your attention back to your breathing. Writing down your feelings can be really helpful too. Get yourself a journal and spend some time each day writing about what's going on inside you. What are you hoping for? What are you afraid of? What changes do you want to see in your life? Don't worry about writing perfectly. This is just for you. The act of putting your thoughts and feelings on paper can help you process them and get clarity on what you really want. Now, let's talk about some simple rituals you can do to prepare for the full moon. Lighting a candle is a beautiful way to set intentions. As you light the candle, think about what you want to invite into your life. Visualize the flame burning away old patterns and lighting the way for new beginnings. Taking a bath is another great ritual. Add some sea salt to your bath water. It's great for cleansing your energy. As you soak, imagine all the stress and negativity washing away. Picture yourself emerging from the bath renewed and ready for positive change. Spending time in nature is incredibly powerful, especially as we approach the full moon. Take a walk in the park, sit under a tree, or just stand barefoot on the grass. Feel the earth beneath your feet. Look up at the sky. Connect with the natural world around you. This connection can help ground you and prepare you for the powerful energies coming your way. As you're doing all this preparation, it's important to think about what you want to let go of and what you want to bring into your life. Are there old habits or beliefs that are holding you back? Now's the time to release them. Are there new qualities or experiences you want to invite in? Set clear intentions for these. Remember, intention is key. The clearer you are about what you want, the more powerfully you can work with the full moon's energy. Spend some time really thinking about your deepest desires. What does your heart truly want? What changes would bring you the most joy and fulfillment? It's also important to take care of your physical body as you prepare. Make sure you're getting enough sleep. Drink plenty of water. Eat nourishing foods. Your body is the vehicle for your spirit, so treating it well will help you navigate these big, energetic shifts. Now, here's something really important. Be gentle with yourself. As you're going through all this preparation, you might find old emotions or fears coming up. That's totally normal. Don't judge yourself for these feelings. Instead, acknowledge them with kindness. Thank them for the lessons they've taught you, and then lovingly let them go. Remember, preparing for this full moon isn't about being perfect. It's about opening yourself up to possibility. It's about creating space in your life for magic to happen. So don't stress if you can't do all these things. Even just setting the intention to be open to change is powerful. As the full moon gets closer, you might start feeling the energy building. You might feel extra emotional or extra energized. Go with it. Let yourself feel whatever comes up. These feelings are part of the process, helping to move old energies out so new ones can come in. Lastly, remember that you're not alone in this. All around the world, Other chosen ones are preparing for this powerful full moon too. You're part of a global community of people ready to step into their power and create positive change. Feel that connection. Draw strength from it. As we wrap up this section, I want you to take a deep breath. Feel the potential for change stirring within you. Trust that you have everything you need to make the most of this powerful time. You are ready. You are worthy. And the universe is conspiring to help you grow and transform in beautiful ways. Now, let's dive into something really exciting: true spiritual awakening. You've probably heard this term before, but what does it really mean? Well, it's not about floating on clouds or suddenly becoming perfect. It's much more down to earth and yet, at the same time, totally mind-blowing. Think of spiritual awakening like waking up from a dream. You know how when you're dreaming, everything in the dream feels real? But then you wake up and realize it was all happening in your mind? Spiritual awakening is kind of like that, but for your whole life. It's like you've been sleepwalking through life, and suddenly your eyes are wide open. When you go through a true spiritual awakening, you start to see the world in a whole new way. It's like putting on a pair of glasses for the first time and realizing everything was blurry before. You might start noticing the beauty in things you never paid attention to before. The way sunlight filters through leaves, the sound of rain on the roof, the kindness in a stranger's smile. All these things might suddenly seem magical and meaningful. One of the big things that happens during a spiritual awakening is that you start to feel more connected to everything around you. It's like you can sense that we're all part of one big, interconnected web of life. You might start feeling a deep love and compassion for people you've never met, or for animals and nature. This feeling of connection can be really powerful and beautiful. Another important part of spiritual awakening is getting to know your true self. Not the self that you show to the world, or the self that you think you should be, but your real, authentic self. It's like peeling away layers of an onion, getting closer and closer to your core. This can be challenging sometimes, because you might have to face parts of yourself that you've been avoiding. But it's also incredibly freeing. During a spiritual awakening, you might start questioning things you've always believed. Things that seemed important before might suddenly seem silly, and things you never thought about might suddenly become super important. It's like your whole value system gets turned upside down and rearranged in a way that feels more true to who you really are. You might also start feeling like you have a purpose, a reason for being here. This isn't usually something dramatic like saving the world, although it could be. Often, it's more about becoming the best version of yourself and helping others in whatever way feels right to you. This sense of purpose can give your life a whole new meaning and direction. Now, here's something really important to understand about spiritual awakening. It's not always easy. Sometimes it can feel like your whole world is falling apart. Old relationships might end. You might feel confused or lost at times. This is all normal. It's like demolishing an old, rickety house so you can build a beautiful new one in its place. The process can be messy, but the end result is worth it. Spiritual awakening is also about growing and becoming your best self. It's not about being perfect, it's about being real. It's about facing your fears, healing old wounds, and learning to love yourself and others more deeply. It's a journey of becoming more and more yourself, in the truest sense. One of the most beautiful things about spiritual awakening is the sense of freedom it brings. As you let go of old beliefs and patterns that don't serve you anymore, you start to feel lighter, more joyful. You might find yourself laughing more, worrying less, and really enjoying the simple moments of life. Remember, spiritual awakening isn't a one-time event. It's more like a journey that unfolds over time. You might have moments of sudden insight, but a lot of it happens gradually. It's about growing, learning, and evolving every day. And the best part? There's no end point. You can keep awakening, keep growing, keep becoming more and more alive and aware throughout your whole life. Now, let's talk about how this special full moon plays into all of this. Full moons have always been powerful times for spiritual growth and awakening. But this one, it's like spiritual awakening on steroids. The energy of this full moon is supercharged, ready to give you a big push on your spiritual journey. Think of the full moon's energy like a big spotlight shining down on you. It's illuminating everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly. But here's the cool thing. This light isn't judgmental. It's just showing you what's there, giving you a chance to see yourself and your life more clearly than ever before. This full moon is especially good at helping you see things that have been hidden. Maybe there are parts of yourself you've been ignoring, or truths about your life that you haven't wanted to face. The moon's energy is gentle but persistent, bringing these things to the surface so you can deal with them. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but remember, this is all part of the awakening process. One of the most powerful things about this full moon is how it helps you let go of old stuff that's been holding you back. It's like the moon's energy is giving you a big permission slip to release anything that doesn't serve you anymore. Old grudges, limiting beliefs, fear, self-doubt. The moon is saying it's okay to let these go now. And as you release these things, you make space for new, positive energy to come in. The full moon also amplifies your intuition. You know that little voice inside that gives you hunches and gut feelings? Well, during this full moon, that voice gets a megaphone. You might find yourself having sudden insights or aha moments. Pay attention to these. Your inner wisdom is speaking loud and clear. Another cool thing about this full moon is how it helps you connect with your emotions. Emotions are a big part of spiritual awakening, and the moon has a special way of bringing them to the surface. You might feel things more intensely during this time. That's okay. Let yourself feel. These emotions are like waves, cleansing and renewing you as they pass through. The full moon's energy is also great for manifesting. It's like the universe is extra receptive to your wishes and intentions right now. So this is a perfect time to get clear about what you want in your life. What kind of person do you want to be? What do you want to create or experience? The clearer you can get about these things, the more powerfully the moon's energy can help bring them into reality. Now, here's something really important. The full moon's energy affects everyone differently. Some people might feel super energized and inspired. Others might feel emotional or even a bit overwhelmed. Whatever you're feeling, it's okay. There's no right or wrong way to experience this energy. The key is to be gentle with yourself and to trust that whatever you're experiencing is exactly what you need for your awakening journey. Remember, the full moon isn't making these changes happen to you. It's more like it's creating the perfect conditions for you to make these changes yourself. It's giving you a boost of energy, clarity, and courage to take the next steps on your spiritual path. But you're the one doing the work. You're the hero of your own awakening story. As we get closer to the full moon, you might start feeling its effects more strongly. You might notice changes in your sleep patterns, or find yourself feeling more sensitive than usual. This is all normal. Your energy body is tuning in to the moon's frequency, getting ready for this big moment of potential transformation. One last thing about how the full moon helps with awakening. It connects you with something bigger than yourself. When you look up at that big, beautiful moon in the sky, remember that people all over the world are looking at the same moon. Countless generations before us have gazed at the same moon. There's something really powerful about that connection. It reminds us that we're all part of something vast and mysterious and beautiful. All right, so the big moment has passed. The full moon has come and gone. Now what? Well, this is where the real magic happens. The full moon might have kicked things off, but what you do afterwards is just as important for your spiritual awakening. First things first, take some time to reflect on what changed for you. Did you have any big realizations? Did you feel any shifts in your energy or emotions? Maybe you had some vivid dreams or strange experiences. Whatever happened, it's good to write it down. Keeping a journal during this time can be really helpful. It lets you track your journey and see how you're growing and changing. Now, here's the exciting part. It's time to start making small changes in your life based on what you experienced during the full moon. Maybe you realized you need to spend more time in nature. Great. Start taking daily walks in the park. Or maybe you felt called to be more creative. Awesome. Set aside some time each day to draw, write, or make music. These small changes might not seem like much, but they're how you integrate the big energy of the full moon into your everyday life. Remember, change doesn't have to be huge to be meaningful. In fact, small, consistent changes often lead to the biggest transformations over time. So don't put pressure on yourself to completely overhaul your life overnight. Just focus on taking one small step at a time in the direction of your dreams and your truth. This is also a great time to clean up your life, both literally and figuratively. Go through your home and get rid of things that don't bring you joy or serve a purpose. Clear out your digital spaces too. Unsubscribe from emails you never read. Unfollow social media accounts that bring you down. As you create space in your physical world, you're also creating space in your spiritual world for new growth and possibilities. Now, let's talk about something really important: self-care. The energy of the full moon can be intense, and the awakening process can be overwhelming at times. So make sure you're taking good care of yourself. Get plenty of rest. Drink lots of water. Eat nourishing foods. Spend time doing things that make you feel good and relaxed. This isn't selfish, it's necessary. You need to recharge your batteries so you can continue on this amazing journey of growth. Another crucial thing to remember is that awakening is an ongoing process. The full moon might have given you a big push, but the journey continues every day. Keep doing the practices that help you feel connected and aware. Whether that's meditation, yoga, journaling, or something else entirely, make it a regular part of your routine. As you move forward, you might notice that your relationships start to change. Some might deepen, while others might fade away. This is normal. As you change and grow, the people and things in your life will shift too. Trust this process. The right people and opportunities will come into your life as you become more aligned with your true self. Here's a big one. Pay attention to synchronicities. These are those magical little coincidences that seem to have a deeper meaning. Maybe you keep seeing certain numbers, or you run into just the right person at just the right time. These synchronicities are like little winks from the universe, letting you know you're on the right track. The more you notice them, the more they seem to happen. Now, it's important to remember that awakening isn't always smooth sailing. You might have days where you feel amazing and connected, and other days where you feel lost or doubtful. This is all part of the process. The key is to be gentle with yourself through all of it. Trust that even the challenging days are helping you grow. As you continue on this journey, don't forget to celebrate your progress. Take time to acknowledge how far you've come. Maybe you're more patient than you used to be, or more loving, or more confident. These changes might seem small, but they're huge. Give yourself credit for every step you take on this path. Lastly, remember that your awakening isn't just about you. As you become more aware, more alive, more authentically yourself, you naturally start to have a positive impact on the world around you. You might find yourself inspired to help others, to create something beautiful, or to make a difference in your community. Follow these inspirations. They're part of your unique gift to the world. Wow, what a journey we've been on together. We've explored the powerful energy of this special full moon, talked about the signs of spiritual awakening, and discussed how to navigate the changes that come with it. As we wrap up, I want to remind you of a few key things. First, remember that you are exactly where you need to be on your spiritual journey. Whether you're just starting to awaken or you've been on this path for a while, trust that you're right on time. The universe has a perfect plan for you, and everything is unfolding just as it should. Second, be patient and kind with yourself. Awakening is a process, not a destination. There will be ups and downs, moments of clarity and moments of confusion. That's all normal and all part of the journey. Treat yourself with the same compassion and understanding you'd offer to a dear friend. Third, stay open to the magic and mystery of life. As you continue to awaken, you'll likely experience things that can't be easily explained. Synchronicities, sudden insights, feelings of deep connection. These are all part of the wonderful adventure of spiritual growth. Embrace them with curiosity and joy. Fourth, remember that you're not alone on this journey. All around the world, others are awakening too. You're part of a beautiful global community of souls who are working to raise the consciousness of the planet. Feel that connection and draw strength from it. Lastly, trust yourself. You have all the wisdom you need within you. As you continue to awaken, you'll get better and better at hearing your inner guidance and following your truth. Trust that inner voice. It will never lead you astray. As we part ways, I want to leave you with this thought. You are a beautiful, powerful, infinitely valuable being. Your awakening is a gift not just to you, but to the whole world. As you become more fully yourself, you light the way for others to do the same. So keep shining your light, keep growing, keep awakening. The world needs your unique gifts and your awakened presence. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of the full moon and spiritual awakening. May your journey be filled with love, light, and endless discovery. Remember, this is just the beginning. The best is yet to come. Keep growing, keep shining, and keep awakening. The world is waiting for the fully awakened you.